Hey guys, what's going on? It's Devon Cyrus of SC Reports, and it is so good to see you guys here. Guys, let's talk. We have to talk about John Wall. John Wall is going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks, basically 2 months, doing a knee procedure. Now, we saw his numbers come down, we saw his shooting percentage come down, even at the free throw line. Now we have a pretty good reason as to why. He's been struggling through some knee injury, and now he's taking the time to get that done and get it cleaned up in there. Now, this is a huge hit for Washington. We all know how special John Wall is. He is fantastic. He's great at getting people involved. He also has come along really well as an offensive player from his beginning days. I think, still needs to work on his shot, but it's getting there. Unfortunately, there is not good case scenario for Washington in this instance. There's probably one, and I'll talk about that, but let's talk about why I think Washington might actually fall out of the playoffs. Now, when you look at Washington, I still think they're a very impressive team. They have the all-star Bradley Beal, who's been phenomenal. They've had Otto Porter Jr., who's had his moments, not as consistent as they want him to be. They still have Marcin Gortat, the Polish hammer. They have Kelly Oubre, who has been coming along quite well this season. But, there's just something missing from this team, even when John Wall is playing. You know what I mean? And taking John Wall out of that situation, he gives all of these guys so much more confidence on the floor when he's looking for them. He's, doing his thing, creating space and shots opportunities for these guys. Now you have to take all of that away. What's going to happen to this team, right? I don't think they will have the same energy without John Wall. And I really do think that it's going to get very ugly for Washington. So, we're looking at the schedule. He's probably going to miss anywhere from 15 to 20 games, not to mention the extra games when he comes back that he has to work himself back to John Wall's shape to play properly. And he'll be coming back, maybe late March, early April, right close to the playoffs, right? Can this team hold on? Right now, they're 6th in the Eastern Conference with a 27-22 record. The Pacers are just down their throat at 28-23. Philly is not that far behind, and the Pistons just added Blake Griffin. So I expect the Pistons to make a pretty good push for the playoff spot now. I don't like their bench, but again, Blake Griffin helps them out, especially in the Eastern Conference. So what can Washington do to kind of hold on and hope that John Wall can come back? I think if they want to do something bold, if they still think that this can be a winning season, I think they go after a guy like Ish Smith. I believe right now he's on Detroit. We saw last year with the Pelicans when Jrue Holiday was down. He played fantastic, right? He was getting 11, 10, 15 assists. He was going crazy. He was doing a pretty good job holding down the fort until Jrue Holiday came back. So I think that's somebody that they might want to go after, but I don't think it makes sense, because even if John Wall comes back, even if he gets back somehow, some way, Washington holds on to that 8th spot or 7th spot, and they could push their way back up the standing, it wouldn't matter. They wouldn't beat a team like the Celtics, I don't think. Maybe they can catch them off guard with 1 or 2 games in the playoffs, but they wouldn't win. They're not going to beat the Raptors this time around. They're not going to be Cleveland, I don't think. I still want to see how Isaiah Thomas works in again. I think that, they have to work through their issues, but I don't think they're going to be a playoff LeBron James, I should probably say. So, what are you going to work for this season? So I don't think they should trade assets just for an Ish Smith caliber player. And I think they should just ride out this season, see what happens. The best they can do is possibly push for a second round. But again, I'm not that optimistic about that at this current moment. Given their roster, given the fact that Otto Porter Jr. has not made that step just yet. And yeah, guys, that's ultimately where I land. I don't think that they will hold on. In some case, the best case scenario, somehow, some way, they find a way to play without John Wall for a few. Maybe they stop the bleeding somewhere at the 7th, 8th, maybe 9th seed, and somehow John Wall gets him to that 8th. But again, That means they will go up against the Celtics, the Raptors, or Cleveland, and they will not beat them in the playoffs. So, guys, that is my take on this whole situation. What do you guys think? Do you think that Washington can hold on to that playoff spot? Do you think their roster is good enough? Do you think that they can play well without John Wall? Put it in the comment section down below. Share it with your friends. Guys, good to be back. I will see you in an upcoming video. Peace.